What's going on, guys? It's Trey Mathis here from WiFi So glad to see you guys landing here on my page today. It's a beautiful day here in Brookville, Maryland. In today's conversation, I wanted to continue on a topic that we talked about earlier, and that's whether or not it takes money to make money. This is the Wi-Fi Journal. If this is your first time checking us out, guys, be sure to subscribe to our Facebook page or our YouTube page. If you're checking us out on YouTube, we would love to see you turn your passion into profit. But like I said before, in today's conversation, what we're going to be talking about is about whether or not it takes money to make money. I know in that last video it was kind of challenging to hear. I tried to shoot the video on the beach. I may end up having to do the whole video again. However, if you have a few advertising dollars, I wanted to go ahead and continue on that conversation. In that video, we were talking about how to use your advertising dollars or your potential seed money for your new business to help you build and develop a team. And that's a great way of using your ad dollars, but oftentimes people find themselves as early stage entrepreneurs making a decision to use their ad money or their seed money in another way, and that's usually to go out there and actively pursue customers. And in that way of pursuing customers, you often find that people choose to go and use, let's say, social media to try to run Facebook ads or Instagram ads. And you often find yourself not usually on the winning end of those ad campaigns. If it's your first time running ads and you're not very familiar, you may find that you spend a lot more than you received in return. And as you guys know, when you run an ad campaign, your objective is to have some return on that investment. If you put $500 out, you want your business to recoup $501 at least, okay? So oftentimes people go that route. And what I wanted to talk about today is a challenge that I have personally when I find that I have a little extra few dollars inside of the bank account, and I say to myself, I want to invest into my business. I find myself asking those same questions. However, I know the answer, and I'm going to share what I believe is the right way of going about it. However, you by all means form your own opinion. These are just my ideas to help you succeed and statistically proven to work over time. So I know that we normally want to go straight to Facebook ads, and I think Facebook, Instagram ads are wonderful options. However, what I have disciplined myself to do is, instead of spending the money to go and run promotional ads on Google Ads, we talked about before, where you really don't have any brand loyalty, no true connections with the customer because of the fact that you just showed up in the top of the box, or somehow you hit a blurb and you just appeared at a period of time. You caught the person at some maybe not potentially buying time for them. They may just be researching the internet. They find you because you ran an ad, clicks to you, watch you, and disappears. It's a high percentage of bounce rates to websites. I'm pretty sure you guys know if you already have a website online. And in order to ensure that in said bounce rate, you're really captivating and collecting a market, what I find is that instead of running promotional ads that just pop up, it's better to invest that money into continuing your attraction marketing campaigns, continuing to help search engine optimize your website, or use them to help put together a team that can offer you some more content so that you are meeting and matching and exceeding those algorithms that the social networks have in place. I know that if the money was spent in, let's say, article writings, and you were then able to generate 200, 300, 400, 500, maybe up to 1,000 individuals visiting your website because Google has placed you in the #1 spot for a hot keyword like what is the best blank, and the blank is what you're marketing, and you're number one every single time. You're collecting customers every single time someone Googles that. I know for a fact that your business will exceed so much more, have greater success in that way than they would if you were to spend that same $500 in a short-term ad campaign. If the ad's not done correctly, you may lose that individual and lose that $500 faster than you know it. However, if you were to spend that investment in creating more content that attracts your potential customer, your ideal customer, and that person is connected with you and your brand, which is what we've been talking about, creating your online brand. If that person is then connected to your online brand, whenever that person is ready to make a purchasing decision, they'll think of you without you having to be in front of them again in an ad. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about. You really want to become you really want to come off as the go-to, and that's what we've been talking about. Your online brand is ensuring that people understand that you're the go-to for the information that you're discussing on your niche. Now, I don't want you guys to get scared, because it's about whatever you're passionate about, okay? So whatever you're passionate about, people want to hear about it. There's people on the internet who want to hear about it, and that's what we're creating inside of our communities, helping you pull out your passion so that individuals gravitate to you and then think of you whenever they want to make purchasing decisions that you know that they can benefit from, okay, in association with your niche. Now, if you still feel like you want to do some ad campaigns, I would highly encourage you guys to consider remarketing campaigns. Now, that's a little bit different than just going out there and running ads for new people. A remarketing campaign is marketing to those individuals who have already visited your website. So people who have already found you through Google, and they've already drawn a connection because they connected you through Google or Facebook or your social pages. They visit your website. They are now in the system, if you will, of a visitor of your website, and because of such, you can then remarket those individuals specifically. Now, what that does is, instead of you going out and trying to find 18 to 54-year-olds all over the world, you're now only targeting individuals who have visited my website. So what you're doing is you're gaining that second and third exposure directly to individuals who you've already attracted. That's a great way of using your money. If you're not running it in order to build your website, build your foundation, your blog, etc., then it could be used to run social ads directly to people who've already you've already attracted, people who've already visited your website. Okay, it's way much more, it's way powerful. I'm pretty sure you've seen retargeting ads. It's almost like you visited a website and then that website is just following you all over the internet and these different pop-ups, etc. That's someone successfully doing retargeting ads because they're giving that second and third exposure, and that second and third exposure is definitely where you're going to begin to get more customers. You're going to see that continue on as your attraction marketing, your base attraction marketing is growing. When you're doing our disciplined, diligent efforts that we talk about in our community, it's organically growing. You're organically pulling yourself to the top in Google, and then you remarket to those individuals who visited your website before. So that's just a little idea on what you can potentially do with your ad spend dollars. If you guys would like to know more about how to put together a blog, some of these things that I talked about in the video thus far, then I highly encourage you to check out our online community. We have over 1 million online entrepreneurs. We're all helping each other in business and training and learning and just growing a community of people really turning their passion into profit. We would love to see you inside the community. We would love to hear about your success as it continues to grow with the training and the information that we have. So If you haven't checked it out, please do so. It's absolutely free to get started. I'm going to leave it there until we talk again. Take care and be blessed. Peace.